calls and stuff on my husband's phone. Here's
Where's he at?
I've seen this. I never thought it would happen to me. And we got 2 kids. One of them's
The case begins inside a home in Cedar Springs, Michigan, where deputies respond to a call from a woman who has just discovered something on her husband's phone that she can't ignore. They speak with her at the residence, where she explains, through tears, that she found images involving children on the device and immediately knew that what she was looking at was not accidental or harmless.
calls and stuff on my husband's phone. And here's
Where's he at?
he left because he knew.
He knew?
Yeah, he was acting really weird this morning about his phone. Yeah, sorry.
You're her
My
dad?
dad, yeah. That's my mom and 2 kids. He was acting really weird about his phone. So I took it out of his pocket and looked at it. It's 12.
He's skiing in Murray, Cedar
Robert.
Springs. Robert,
You know it's a 12-year-old.
0, sand yellow,
Like
gray,
the title or
red,
whatever.
which one?
Like it, I don't know.
Okay, I can't search it. That's his phone?
Yeah,
I can't search it.
okay.
Okay? I am not asking you to search it.
I will search it.
I'm not
I will do
asking.
that.
I'm not asking you to, and I'm not making you an agent of the state. Okay?
I
'Cause
understand
that's
that
how.
if I go through it, that's not going to mess up any investigation.
As far as I'm not gonna ask you to
No,
show
I
me
know.
anything.
Okay, but can I willfully?
It's up to you.
I'm sorry. This is not what.
Has he ever been in trouble for this type of thing?
Not to my knowledge. I took his computer too.
Okay, I'll take more for those. Where's he at?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did he make any suicidal statements or?
No.
Nothing
Well,
like
the
that.
last thing I said to him was, "You're going to prison." And then he left. Sorry, I have his pass. I can't show it to you.
Did you like?
And that's as far as I got.
What is that? Is that a website?
Yeah.
What is that? Is it just a picture? Or?
Yeah. It's like an AI thing.
She tells officers she didn't confront her husband or try to rationalize it away, because once she saw the content, she felt she had only one option, which was to call the police. That call starts the Mark LaBelle case, a case rooted in a decision made inside a family home before any arrest, charges, or headlines existed.
I have a computer.
Is that the only electronics you have access to that you're aware of?
Well, we have a PlayStation 5, and then my daughter has a couple games, but
Over here, man. Is that the only video that you saw? Or was there any videos, or was it just that?
I haven't looked through it. I just called you guys.
You have everything still, so I can just scan it.
Inside the house, deputies ask her to carefully walk them through how she found the images, where the phone was, and what specifically appeared on the screen.
Run me through how this all played out today.
So, I'm sitting there and come called to bed, and we're supposed to have a cookout, and he just disappeared. And after I got him settled down, I was trying to find him, and I walked out to grab our side door, and he, threw his phone in his pocket and was standing in here, and then looked off frazzled, and I was like, what the heck? And he was like, oh, I was just talking to Eddie, which is his friend, and he was acting really weird, so he grabbed a leaf blower and started leaf blowing the grass out of the garage, and I took it out of his pocket and walked away with it, and he followed me. I had probably cheated and followed me, and he was give me my phone out, and I was like, give me your passcode, and he was like, no, and this went on for an hour. We were just going back and forth.
Were you here for any of this?
No, they showed up at the last second. I was just telling him, get out, you're obviously cheating, this is super weird, and he eventually was like, if I give it to you, passcode, can we have a conversation? And I was like, no, or I said, yeah, give me a passcode, and he did, and then I was like, okay, now you can go. I didn't even look at it yet, and then they showed up, so I got the kids ready because I wanted them to leave, because I thought he was cheating, so I thought we were going to have a conversation about that, so they get the 2 kids and walk out, and then I pulled up to the school, so then I came back out and told my dad to come back in with me so I could grab my stuff and go, because I was just going to go to the police station with it, but I didn't call you guys because I'm so disgusted.
And then what happened with him?
I told my mom to take the kids and go because I wanted to be here because I'm now freaking out. And my dad stayed back when we were over here. He came out and got my stuff out.
Did he say anything to you about what you saw?
So when I went back in my room. I was still in pajamas. It started early. And to get dressed, and I looked around the corner in our bedroom to our master bathroom, and I said, you're going to prison, and I just walked out.
Did he say anything
No.
in response?
No.
What was his body language?
Guilty? I mean,
Okay.
this is my job too. I'm an emergency nurse. I worked at DeVos for 3 years. In the ED, I have seen this shit and I never thought it would happen to me. And we got 2 kids. One of them's 12. Like, I just kept saying to me, fast forward, get out. And he was like, alright, then I'll leave. And I'm like, what is on your phone that's so bad that I would kick you out over it? And he made comments about me in therapy, and then,
What do you mean you in therapy?
no, he was like, I need therapy. He kept saying something like that, and then he told me that he was looking at porn of a pregnant woman, and I was like, that's not bad enough to make me leave, whatever, what is your problem? And then he said, this went on for an hour back and forth, where I kept saying, just get out, and he kept saying, give me my phone, and I was like, there's something on this phone that's so bad that you're willing to leave over it, so it's not, and
What'd you drive?
an F-150.
As she speaks, officers document her account in detail, understanding that early statements like this are critical, especially in cases involving digital evidence. They take possession of the phone and begin the investigation, still not knowing where the strongest evidence will ultimately be found. But one of the most concerning things about the case was just about to be discovered.
Are you gonna go with them?
Yeah, I think at least tell you guys find them or do whatever. I don't know what. I've got 2 kids.
Okay. I just need to know you're gonna have a safe place.
Yeah, I'll
Where does he work at?
Cedar Springs Public Schools. He's a maintenance man there.
Detectives later interview Mark LaBelle, and he admits to consuming pornography and describes it as an addiction. But when asked about illegal material, he claims the images were AI generated and insists that no real children were involved.
Now, buddy, you just gotta let us know what she's gonna find so she doesn't get blasted on the side bank.
And I need to know if I need to open these downloads in a private setting or.
Right. Yeah,
Know what I'm saying?
I don't think I ever downloaded anything.
I'm sorry, I meant the phone download.
Oh, right.
So that would be
Oh, right.
your search history, everything that you
Well,
type into that phone.
Yeah, the images that you'll find, I don't know if it works that way or not, but so the AI generates images, and then I don't know if it works that way or not, if you'll see those, but.
Yeah. She'll see exactly what was on the screen of that phone will be in the download.
Right.
So
yeah, you'll see, it's AI, so it's not perfect, so it does a lot of weird stuff sometimes, but yeah, it'll be, just a lot of graphic images of basically that.
Of what, specifically?
I don't know, like kids and adults.
How old
and,
kids?
Varies, probably from 10 to even, into adulthood really, because I was just doing things I was looking up celebrities too and whatnot.
Sure, so you're just kind of
Yeah,
working out new searches,
Yeah, I was just doing
messing
it.
with it.
Yeah, I was literally it was a lot of different things that I was making it do, basically.
Okay, and how often do you think you created these images?
For about a week straight, pretty much every day, every night it seemed like. It was just, I don't know, it was something new and exciting.
Investigators note the explanation without challenging it directly, then request consent to examine his electronic devices. LaBelle agrees, a choice that quietly changes the direction of the case.
Did you guys want to go through that grab where all this stuff is? Because if he was hiding something.
We just did.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am. So, we didn't find anything. I know that might not feel a whole lot different than if we did, but, we went through that, I tossed that truck, it's not many hiding spaces there, it's pretty clean. So, I don't at all want to dismiss your concern,
Yeah.
but I think at this point we've done everything that we can.
I appreciate you guys coming. I didn't realize, the way it was described to me, the picture found on that phone was over that, intimate.
It's hard to say, but knowing that Detective Van Ree is an expert, and he deals with this sort of stuff, sort of like Storm Cardenas, all the time. So that's all they work. So I'm confident in his assessment that he could not confidently say that that picture was a camera intended to surveil somebody without their knowledge. And I have seen those, plenty of them. So I don't...
What's with the hidden camera?
It honestly could be used for a lot of things. We, at my house, I've used not trail cameras, but like fishing line type of camera to find a wire to move the thermostat.
Mine might have been a maintenance man, but my dad did all that kind of stuff.
Listen, like I said, I don't want to dismiss your concern at all, but we at this point have left no stone unturned.
Have you searched his house? His dad's house? Like whatever he took? Because he took out of here a blue bag full of crap. I don't know.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough for that. But we did anything that was on his phones, his iCloud, his computer, all of it. We've searched it, and I have not found a shred of evidence that indicates anybody from your family was involved.
But
That part is illegal. You cannot create AI images of juveniles involved in sexual activity or child pornography or any of it. But we didn't find that. And like I said, I'm not saying you didn't see that, but I'm saying we didn't find it.
it
So
was the first thing on his phone.
yeah, even if he was searching under an incognito browser, we don't have the image. Now that if we would have found 5 more images or 2 more videos, that wouldn't have changed the charge. I mean, he was charged with aggravated possession of child sexually abusive material. So that the difference between those 2 things would not have changed his charge at all. We got him with the most that we could have.
I understand that, but if there's without proof that
When you see the judge for those custodial rights or child visitation, just make sure you're voicing those opinions.
and there
Their burden of proof and their decisions are made separate from ours. So I'm confident that any judge will come to the same conclusion as you have. Like right? Like you can see how easy one would be connected to the other. But as far as charges and evidence, we don't have enough. But like I said, if that does change, if all of a sudden he wakes up and wants to have an honest conversation, not the conversations that he and I had about, I don't know anything about anything, believe me, like
I've heard of that.
yes. So, I appreciate your time and you cutting out of work.
If I can find that computer monitor, whatever that he tore down, the rest of that, you guys want that. He never threw anything away, so he either has it or it's somewhere.
The monitor is of no help.
No, like whatever is in the.
If you've got something, give me a call. And we'll work through that. And I'll talk with either Paul, Detective Van Ree, or Detective Day. And they are experts in those sort of things. And I want to make sure that we have all the evidence that's available. There's nothing else right now. If that makes sense. Do you have any other questions or anything else we can do for you while we're here?
I appreciate you guys coming out.
When deputies follow up with LaBelle's wife, they explain that the phone she reported does not contain child sexual abuse material. The update is unexpected and briefly raises questions about where the investigation will lead. But detectives are careful not to treat the absence of evidence on one device as proof of innocence. Instead, they continue forward, knowing that digital cases rarely hinge on a single piece of hardware. That decision pays off when forensic analysts examine LaBelle's laptop and uncover more than 100 images of child sexual abuse material. Several of the images are confirmed through the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, verifying that they depict real victims whose abuse has already been documented by authorities. At that point, the AI explanation collapses, and the case moves from uncertainty to confirmation. The material is real, illegal, and extensive. By October 24th, court records show he is no longer employed at the school, and the district issues a statement emphasizing that he did not work directly with the students and that no students are believed to be involved. The message to families focuses on safety and transparency, while the investigation continues outside the school system. Detectives bring LaBelle in for a second interview, where they outline what was found on his laptop and explain that the images have been confirmed as known child sexual abuse material.
And I wanted to give you an opportunity to explain what was on that laptop because, like we spoke about before, I mean, this is your opportunity to bear everything. Mm-hmm. And what I told you before is I feared that, and I still have concern that what was on the laptop, either you're not accepting that that's yours or you're trying to pawn it off on somebody else, and it's not getting to the root of your issues.
Right, I'm not trying to pawn it off on it, but like I said, I don't think anybody else would have access to it, because I don't know, but, I mean, I downloaded a thing called the Fappening probably a long time ago, which had like a lot. It was like a leak of people's pictures or something. So I downloaded that. So there was probably a bunch of pictures of random stuff. I don't know what would be on there. I never even got a chance to go through all of them. There were so many, I didn't realize it. Other than that, I have no idea what it could be.
So let's talk specifically about the child sexually abusive material that's on that laptop. I want to know where you got it.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you there. I don't know why there would be anything actually associated on that laptop as far as that's, because I've never downloaded anything like that, or the only thing I've ever done was go to a website a long time ago on it, and it was like a forum website that just brings you to another website, but I've never downloaded anything or anything like that, because, clearly I knew what I was doing was not right by any means, but I've never had anything other than that. Yeah, I've never watched a video or anything. These are all just pictures that are online.
Okay, so the pictures that were online, do you remember what the website was called?
So the forum just takes you to random number websites. So I don't know. The forum was like something land or something like that. And then you click on something and it brings you to another website, and then it's just an IP address basically. So I don't recall exactly. Yeah, I can't believe there was actually anything on there. I really didn't know that.
So you have nothing else to give for that?
I really don't. I've literally never downloaded anything that I know of.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So like I said, I went through our Internet Crimes Against Children, downloaded all of your devices, and in your possession in the laptop was child abusive material, child sexually abusive material. We call child porn.
Right.
So I need to know who the pictures are of, because that was the...
That I would know.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know how they got on my laptop because I never downloaded anything. Maybe by accident, I guess, but
By
I don't.
accident, okay. So
I mean, I'm not saying I did. I just don't, because I don't know how it could have gotten there. It doesn't make any sense to me.
it doesn't make any sense, especially because you had over 100 images. 22 of those files were recognized by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children's database as having
Yeah, so.
hash values that are child porn. But there are those other images that
Right.
are unknown, so I need to know where you got them.
Like I said, the only thing I know that I downloaded was the thing called the Fappening, I think it was called. And they might have been mixed in with that. I don't know.
Okay, but what about going to the website?
No. No.
Because that is traditional child porn tradecraft.
Right.
Of one website to another, to another, to another.
Right. I've never
You just
downloaded anything. I really have. I don't know how that, I didn't even know it was on there.
Okay, have you viewed it? Have you viewed child sexually abusive material?
That's what I'm saying is I don't know how it would have went on there. I know I use this AI stuff. Anything else I did was...
It's not AI, and it's
Yeah, well,
not...
and the laptop, like I said...
There is child sexual erotica, which is different, but the material is yours.
Yeah.
It's on your laptop.
I have no idea. I really don't. I mean, for one, it was over 10 years ago. I wouldn't even remember if I wanted to, but...
But when you fled your house, when you knew the police were coming,
I
what
wanted
did you
to-
grab?
Well, I grabbed my laptop, but I wanted some form of communication
The
with the
keyboard
outside
doesn't
world.
even work.
Right. Well, you're right, it doesn't. But
So
you can use an external
What?
keyboard for a laptop.
what this investigation, do you have one?
But yeah, of course. You can get one for $5.
What this investigation is going to outline is that your wife found CSAM on your phone, and then we get involved.
Right.
And we have a conversation, and you say, no, all I've made is AI images, and I
Right.
give you the opportunity, and we have this long conversation, the three of us, and I download the phone, and okay, there's not a lot there. Those AI images, I don't feel confident that they were intended to depict a pubescent or prepubescent child,
Right.
they're kind of, they're in that gray area. And I say,
it's not.
right, but you know as well as I do that producing AI child porn is illegal.
Right, well, I didn't know that then, because I mean, I just didn't know, I also figured it was a gray area, because it's not real. I didn't know, I mean, clearly morally, I knew it was wrong, but, and when I started it, it was innocent, and then the AI itself decided to show me that, and that's kind of where it spiraled from. Didn't even ask for it. It's a technology that should not exist.
So that's where you want to end this, is that you have no culpability of,
I really don't know how, I probably, I can't tell you how that got on my laptop, I really don't know.
alright,
I
so
don't download stuff.
at this point, you are under arrest for aggravated possession of child abuse material and using a computer to commit a crime
Right.
with 10 years or greater, both of those being 10-year felonies. So go ahead and kick your shoes off and empty your pockets, everything out of this table, please.
LaBelle listens as the detective